Were you trying? Were you trying to get up here, or you were just tapping?
No, Don Charles, how you doing, brother?
All right. How you doing? How you doing?
Doing great.
How you doing?
Segregation now.
Uh, that's hey, and I didn't spell it right. I didn't spell say it's right. I said Trump say.
Gotcha.
I used some ebonics.
Right. Well,
That was the memo. I was talking about the memo.
right.
I'm only talking about the memo.
I got you with the
You
federal
know.
workers, with the federal contractors. Excuse me.
Right.
Gotcha. I mean, do you think we're going back to colored only bathrooms?
Yeah. I don't think he can do it. It's the fact that he said it. That's all. I don't think he can do it.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be allowed to happen.
Gotcha.
I'm not afraid that we're going to go back to
Okay.
colored bathrooms, but the fact that he would say he would be okay with it is fucked up. You know.
Right. I
That's
mean,
why
listen.
it says Trump says segregation now.
Right. But I mean, okay. Well, at least I guess my point was, you don't think that's, there's not going to be any colored only water.
It's not.
Right.
No, I don't think it's feasible. Now, if it happened, it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think it's feasible.
Yeah, it can't happen in 2025 or 26 or 27, 28. That shit is over and done with. Come on, stop.
Okay, so you can't take down the Civil Rights Act, but you can take down the ability to defend it. You can take down the,
I'm just saying, to say that we're going to go back to segregation, I think is just a fear tactic, and it's not going to happen. Because I've been waiting I'm waiting for someone to tell me the rights that I'm going to lose within the next 6 months to a year, or what rights I have lost since in the last 60 days since Donald Trump has been elected or sworn.
You lost the right to. Okay, I can tell you one. You lost the right to take any civil rights case to the federal courts because he decapitated the Civil Rights Department of the Justice Department. So now you can only take it to your state legislator, and if they give you a ruling that you don't think is fair, and you would take it to the Justice Department, it would be at the Civil Rights Department of the Justice Department, and they would decide whether it's going to the Supreme Court. You can't.
Isn't that under the DHS, not the DOJ?
The Department of Justice, yes, but at the Department of Justice, you would have to go to the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice.
Right. The one that he took apart was the one at DHS. The DOJ one is still there, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, I'll look that up.
Yeah.
I'll look that up.
I think it was DHS, not the DOJ. Department of Justice. If I'm not mistaken, now listen, don't quote me. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot, like you. Or Itchy, or any of your fellow guys.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Here's the question, though.
Mm-hmm.
A quick question. If I tried to break into your house and failed to do so,
Mm-hmm.
I never made it through your door.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be cool with me just because I didn't do what I attempted to do?
Am I going to be cool with you? I mean,
Are you gonna be all right with me trying to break in your house as long as I didn't actually get in there? Are you gonna say, "Well, that's okay. He didn't get in there. It's not gonna happen, so I'm not worried about it."
No, I wouldn't be okay with it.
All right. So all of the provisions that he's tried, all the way through all the executive orders, even if they get overturned and everything else like that, he tried it.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, I know that he means me no good. So now we have to watch him like a hawk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that concern like that. I really don't. Now, listen, I've been on this planet 51 years, and I just don't have that. I just don't have that concern. I really don't. Now, maybe I'm naive. I don't think I am, but those concerns just don't. I watch, I listen, and I make appropriate what I think
Yeah.
is
So you're talking about the Department of Homeland Security? He got that civil rights team. He got that civil rights team too. I'm looking at it
okay. So
right
the
now.
DOJ is
So
also
there's
vetted.
no. Yes.
The DOJ.
Not the DOJ itself, but the department, the Civil Rights
I
Department
know
of the
that, right. I thought it
DOJ
was
and the
just the
Civil.
DHS. I
Yeah,
didn't know it was
yeah.
DOJ as well.
No, DOJ as well.
Okay.
My thing is, why do that if you don't have something against the people?
Well, are civil rights just for black people?
Well, no, but civil rights are not just for black people. But who was he aiming everything at? One of his executive orders was to strike down the executive order that provided environmental protections.
Well, yeah, I did know about
minority
that. And
and
cancer research. I know about that. I think
so
the civil rights.
I mean, why? Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the one people that nothing that he's attacked will affect?
Who's the one people?
He hasn't gone after anything that benefits white men yet.
Hasn't gone anything that benefits
Nothing.
white men yet. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't. So my whole thing is, why is he going after these things that civil rights affect white women, disabled veterans that are white? I will say that. Black men, LGBTQIA, but able-bodied white men themselves are not affected by it.
Well, unless you're unless you're a gay white male, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because I think he has a really a particular challenge with the LGBTQ plus community. That's why the two gender situation, those kind. I think that's a lot of what I think energy on that level is. That's why I really do. Oh wow.
Bruh, is there a reason why you came up here jamming music, bruh? Hey, your sound system was so horrible that we didn't even understand what the words were being said.
I know,
so if you came up here trying to get a message across, no one understood it. Get a better sound system.
Right. Yeah, but I think that's what his thing is he's not want to say targeting, but he has a real challenge with the LGBTQ plus, Title IX, men, biological men and women's sports, the bathroom situation. That's where a lot of his focus is. Along with immigration.
Shouldn't be the number one thing that he should be going after right now is the economy, and then he deal with those situations?
I mean,
why are those the most important things?
I don't want to say it's the most important thing, but I think that's on his radar, along with the economy. I mean, he particularly thinks that the tariffs is going to be good in the end. That's what he thinks. He's a trickle-down economics guy. You put more money in the top, then it will trickle down to Main Street. He's 78 years old. That's his thinking. That's what he has done. So that's what he believes is what's good for the country. And
he's moving like a 78-year-old white man. I ever said, even though he hasn't tried, even though he hasn't did anything that was out there, but 78-year-old white men, including Biden, they're going to have a little bit of racial insensitivities and shit like that.
Sure, absolutely.
Because they're 78-year-old white men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're all a product of our experiences, right? So that's their experiences. Right. Biden the same way. I think Biden gets a pass because he was vice president for 8 years. He did a lot of stuff with the HBCUs, the $16 billion over 3 years. Took a Tanya Brown Jackson, also with VP Harris. So he made a lot of, listen, he's made some mistakes in his life, and I believe in some instances he tried to rectify them later on in his life. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. So, We'll have to
All
see.
right.
I think that the only.
So
Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, you're right. And we'll see. We'll see on it because I will see what is directly affected. But he tried to do a paper genocide on things that black people invented and participated in. I don't understand why he did that in the name of trying to say that the diversity and everything else, we're not going to give anybody any special treatment. So therefore, he started taking down the achievements of black people, which were put back. He tried to erase the Tuskegee Airmen, but it was put back. It's a lot of shit that he tried that was reversed, but at the same time, why the hell did he try it?
Let me ask you a question with the whole Target and the DEI. Do you think Target would remove stuff if it was profitable?
Yeah, and I'm going to give you an example. It's the pressure from the federal government. As a matter of fact, the Thursday after Trump's inauguration, we get a call in because I'm a member of the Absolute Equality Foundation along with Reginald Adams. We get called into a meeting. The Absolute Equality Foundation was an art project that we were doing in several different cities, and we used the money from those art programs to fund community centers in major cities. We had 13 of them, which provided mentorship, they provided free child care, and scholarships in minority communities. Capital One folded under the pressure of the United States government and said, because the United States government said their program was a DI program, and they destroyed a $30 million contract. As of right now, by the end of this month, those community centers won't be there anymore. Those people won't get those services. And it was because Capital One was being threatened to be sued by Republican lawmakers over their DEI program. As a matter of fact, they're trying to do that to Costco as we speak. That's why I go to Costco. Costco refuses to move their DEI programs in Texas. Down here in Texas lawmakers are threatening to sue them for discrimination.
I guess my thing is, why are we fighting so hard? Maybe you could tell me for DEI, considering that white women get the most benefits from it and we don't.
Because they're not using it that way. It's the messaging. Even though white women benefited from it, they're using it as a dog whistle term. DEI is the new nigger.
No, I get it, but I'm saying the numbers bear out that we don't benefit from it as much. White women are the number one benefactors from DEI.
Okay, at the same time, we do benefit from it too.
Because yeah, I know, but I don't think that's what it was intended to do.
Before DEI, before DEI and affirmative action, I gave this analogy earlier in a live, and they were like, "Wow." Okay, so I'm gonna give this analogy. I know you're gonna catch it. There's a lake. There's a river that keeps flooding over into a city and flooding it out. Finally, the people get together and say, we got to do something about it because every time it rains hard, storms, we flood it out. And they build a dam and a levee. All right? So for decades, the people benefit from that levee being there because they stay dry. And even if the people, let's just say the residents that benefit the most because their neighborhood is right next to that levee are white people. All right? Do you, after decades, say that levee has worked? We haven't gotten wet as much. And so because of that, we're going to remove the levee and hope that the place doesn't flood again. A Civil Rights Act, the Equal Opportunity Act, and everything else were put there because before that, 6 out of every 10 African Americans were living in poverty. We had 60% poverty before.
And what year was that?
That was 1959.
Right. And now we fast forward to 2020.
A lot of people don't know those stats.
I know,
fast
but
forward to 2022, it's 20. It's 20 to 21. It hovers around 20 to 21% now.
I know,
So
but if we fast forward to 2025, do you think
Well,
we still need those things?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think that city still needed that levee? Do you think
I know,
if they
but
removed that
the water, the levee is something that's constantly needed because it's always going to rain and it could be a storm.
And there's always going to be some asshole that discriminates against black people because they're black.
Right, but I don't think DI did what it was intended to do.
You can't prove what I'm saying. You can't prove that the United States, once you remove those things that they use to keep us from the problem, you can't prove that they won't revert right back to that same situation. You can't prove it. So why attack it?
Well, I mean, his philosophy is, he wants everything to be merit based, not to have any special, I guess, advantages in his mind. I would imagine. One race over another.
Before that, there was never a merit-based program before that. Matter of fact, those programs established a merit base. Before that, you were hired just because you was white.
I got that, but now we fast forward to 2025. Do you think those same protections are needed?
Yes, because look at Pete Hegseth. He wasn't qualified. They hired him just because he was a white man. They fired the four-star general and hired Pete Hegseth.
Well, and I mean, that always happens, though.
It's a major from Fox News.
That generally happens in the new administration. They want to bring their own people in.
But
Cash Patel's a person of color, so is Scott Turner.
A major that was from Fox News.
No, listen.
You don't think that's a DEI hire?
Well,
Cash Patel's a person of color, yes, but I don't think he qualifies either. The only thing that qualifies him is he loves Trump.
Well, listen, I don't know if it has anything to do with his color, as opposed to maybe he'll be more apt to want to go Trump's way. Maybe he won't get as much pushback.
All right, so
because I mean, Cash Patel. Do you consider Cash Patel to be a person of color?
Why are we pivoting from Pete Hegseth? Because you knew where I was going.
No. Right? I'm saying
you knew where I was going.
Huh?
You knew I was going with Pete Hegseth, or did you know?
I mean, listen, I've looked at Pete Hegseth. I mean, I looked up what are the qualifications to be the defense secretary. I mean, he qualifies. I have a problem with the fact that the woman.
So, are you aware that he just got busted and he's in a congressional hearing right now for accidentally including an Atlantic reporter in on.
I know he didn't do it. Waltz was the one that included a reporter. Tulsi Gabbard, Hegseth, Stephen Miller, Walls. There's a couple of. I think it's about 17 people who were on that tick chain, and I think Walls is the one that included a reporter. Which I mean, listen, it's the wrong thing to do. I covered the story today and yesterday, and I think somebody's head's going to
As a defense secretary, I would have said, hey, man, I don't think we should be texting
I
this
agree
shit
with you
out.
on
Let's
that.
have a meeting.
It's almost, it came to me like kind of like a frat party type situation. They just, I don't know, because it just didn't make any sense to me. Also, what didn't make any sense was that this guy would add a reporter who is adverse to the administration. It just seems a little weird to me. So we'll see. And also, Tulsi Gabbard, they're saying there was no classified information, but they won't release the full text chains. I find that to be very, very interesting as well. If it's nothing classified, then just release it, and don't try, because I think, and maybe you know this too, is that it's not the crime, it's the cover-up that always gets you in trouble. I mean, mistakes are made, people make mistakes. I'm sorry, we'll put in safeguards to make this kind of thing doesn't happen again, but it seems like they're trying to stonewall and not let the congressional members find out the information and you find out to do a proper investigation to make sure these things don't happen again. And it's a play out of Trump's playbook, which is deny and just keep going. Deny and keep going. That's his playbook. So it'll be interesting what happens in the next couple of days.
Yeah. Well, we're getting along too well. I'm gonna drop you down.
We are.
Yeah, you and I get
I'm
we disagree.
I'm not a crazy guy, Denalixxl.
I know. We disagree, but we don't disagree to the point that I want some of these crazy head motherfuckers.
I know. I don't want to mess up your reputation.
All right, brother.
Take care.
All right. You too.
Bye.
You too. Bye. All right, so we're looking for Trump supporters. I see some more crazy people up in here that are saying some crazy shit. Trump literally said segregation